Thing I thought of when you said knowledgeable is knowledge of self.
Concept of diagnosis, which is key, because leaders are not traditionally evaluated for being able to take the time to properly diagnose. We want that quick fix. Let's, hurry up, slap a Band-Aid on it, whatever we have to do. I hired you to solve these problems. Why are we still talking about it? I think diagnosis is huge. Manage yourself, know what your values are, be able to articulate those, and as you work through adaptive challenging, you're always connecting to purpose. Knowledgeable is one that you would see in many organizations, and it be very common. Of course, you need to know the content, the information. As a leader, how do you acquire information? It's experiential. It's what you've experienced as well as obviously what you've read, what you've been able to learn from others. Leadership knowledge may be different than chemistry knowledge or, mathematics knowledge, vet med knowledge, in that leadership knowledge is so interpretative. Something that you really need to recognize about leadership is there's not a how-to. There's not a manual out there.
A lot of people think of like a leader as being someone who holds all the knowledge and as being the authority, and although I see where that can come about, I also think you need to push back and have other people do the work on things. And so I think although you should have that knowledge, you should challenge people to do their part.
And that is not that's information as far as what's the context of the situation at hand, but it's also knowledge about the people. So you've got to separate the two, because how people are going to interact with the decision that you make dictates the outcome. And so leadership studies, I think, does a great job in dealing with the people. We realize that the situation is going to change, but understanding the people and being knowledgeable about people is, I think, very helpful. If you're knowledgeable and you know why you want to do it, you're going to have a good outcome. It may not get done, but people will respect you for at least stating your opinion on it. And I believe in baseball analogies. In baseball, that's 1 for 3. If you bat .333, you can go to the Hall of Fame, Cooperstown, New York. So if you go in 3 times and you succeed 1 out of 3, you're doing great. And that's how I operate. I'm going to go in and swing and swing and swing, and as long as I'm 1 for 3, I'm good to go. So I think you have to go in knowing that you've got to swing. You just can't keep the bat on your shoulders, because then you're just like everybody else.
I think a knowledgeable leader has to be aware of what it is, what purpose they're leading for, and then figure out how that's perceived by their constituents and how that's perceived by different groups, and be really clear about how they define that purpose and how others define that purpose. If you are not a knowledgeable leader, what are you doing, right?
You are in college learning, but you probably you don't know what you need to know. And to me, that's adaptive leadership, that we have a challenge in front of us, and if we knew how to fix it, we would have already done so. All right? We would have done it, because we're smart people in this world. We would fix our challenges. So to me, adaptive leadership is that we have to learn something new to be able to meet this challenge.
Well, due to some technical difficulties, we have had a tragic loss of an interview we had with John Carlin, the gentleman who spoke to us on his experience as governor, former governor of Kansas. And so it is a tragic loss, and before I forgot everything he told us, I really don't know where the video went, but before I forget everything, I just want to recap everything he said. As far as being a knowledgeable leader, in order to go into a company, you must know the needs, you must know what the company is about, what the vision is, and what kind of things that the corporation is about. And you must know your constituents and have knowledge of where that company is headed, where it's at, making assessments even before you enter into the company.